Never trust no one. Never trust no one, cause these humans are tricked. Leave you stranded on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Never trust no one, cause these humans are tricked. Leave you stranded on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. I know my enemies watching me smoke, plotting to make me fall. Cause they see me trying to ball, I guess they wanna take it. Maybe if I up the thing, let me cut hang. But the way will that take away the pain? No, it possess me. Never trust no one but G.O.D. The creator of everything. So I'ma get all casualties. I know this beat make your head nod. Pass me that pod. This is my brain. I'm never feeling odd. I'm smoking non-stop. Once again, one eye on you, one eye on him. Is there a way out of here? On the equator with these haters coming up with no goddamn here. Never trust no one. Never trust no one. Never trust no one. Never trust no one because these humans are tricked. Y'all leave you stranded on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Never trust no one because these humans are tricked. Y'all leave you stranded on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Archbishop come through when that go move. Make your face go roll. I don't trust you, bold. Thought I was gon' cuss, what I was to discuss. I'm on the bus, make your mama singing, what the? How did he do that? Came with the true black. Talking about Jesus, and he wanna ball you up like a human fetus. Cause you disrespected the matrix. Let me take it to the lake, snake. What about a snake when I'm snatching out your membrane? The sun ain't never go down, so he watching all that thing you playing. And he be feeding us in due time. 99.9 broadcast on all mine. Now you're gonna take it, now you're gonna break it. Cause you with the snake, I'm telling you about the one that's on this place. Well, I can't trust ya, cause you disgusted me. Never trust no one because these humans are tricked. Yeah, we just landed on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Never trust no one because these humans are tricked. Yeah, we just landed on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Never trust no one. 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 Never. Feel bad. The lights get captured by darkness, but that nigga that sparked this, the venom that's up in us, make the whole spine shiver with this shit that I instill. Give it to you raw, there's a video about the fucking drug. So how the fuck did you feel? If a nigga fuck up, so what the fuck? A nigga high as hell on your mic, still I strike. Cause I keep my shit tight, clean to the scene, you know what I mean. I'm all about that cheddar and cream. Look the way I got my chain crushed out with ice. That's what it's all about. Now you step up to me, you motherfuckers can't see. I rock the LILD, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to like that. Trust no one, cause these humans are tricked. Yeah, leave you stranded on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Never trust no one because these humans will trick ya. Leave you stranded on the land and set you up to dismiss ya. Never trust no one. Never trust no one. Never. Now mama tell you do unto others as you want others to do unto you. The Holy Bible tell you that too.
Thank you for tuning in to the Institutionalized Network. We're broadcasting the Hip Hop Historian live on 99.9. DJ Dr. Who. Like, share, and subscribe for another serious joint. We got art. We got people who do artistic clothing. We know some people who do some magnificent chefing. I got some oils coming up for you, some lotions. We got people who already do that. Just check the little flyers that I put up at the end. Peace, love, and happiness. Like, share, subscribe. Live on 99.9. Institutionalized Network. Hell, raise your block. Historians, what's happening? You like that? I just got off my bike, felt like I was floating down in Florida with my man Propane, or building something in the yard with Profile, and we just hopped on the bikes and floated. But next up the back, the news, pissed off, pro-black. Welcome once again to the Hip Hop Historian. It's DJ Doctor Who. We got some news you can use. Now in world news, Germany and France support Ukraine in the war, including their military. Sunday, they vowed to assist Ukraine for as long as they need to prosecute war criminals. Also, later on in the week, China vowed to do the same with Russia. So everybody's ganging up right now in this war, and it's kind of sad, man. They have all this money to fund death, but no money for life. We're going to keep it yin and yang here at the Hip Hop Historian. So in further news, local news, Chicago, history is about to be made. For the first time ever, did you hear me? For the first time ever, Chicago is hosting the Midwest Double Dutch competition for International Double Dutch League. All right, hats off to the peoples in the shop. Double Dutch used to be a wonderful thing to see on the block when we come outside. The girls doing their things, jumping up and dancing around. Now, tickets are no more than $15 to $20. You know what I'm saying? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? And they're taking all suggestion and outreach. It's going to be at the DuSable Museum on March 25th, 11 a.m. sharp. So check that out. You can either look up in DuSable Museum for the Afro Jump is what they're calling it. First Double Dutch tournament in Chicago. That's a wonderful thing that we have some good news, because coming up next, police demolish, this is world news, stalls in the Congo capital ahead of the Pope's visits. In other words, it was market tables, like if anyone from Chicago remembers Jewtown. They came in and tore everybody businesses up and kicked them out so the Pope could ride through and wave. They're saying that it's not only because of the Pope coming that the city had disapproved of the marketplace. It was full of trash, but they told them that they were going to clean up the main road and not demolish the whole market area. And they told them one thing, did something else, and they're probably gonna lie about both of them. They lost money, basically a lot. They lost livelihoods. There was one merchant, the young lady was saying how she's gonna feed her kids now. That's how she fed her kids. Remember, this is the Congo. And they cleaned it out so the Pope can wave. They were working under instructions from the governor and the city authorities. Remember, never forget, politician means scheming for power. And I don't understand what's going on with our secret government. Now, they didn't found some stuff at Prince's house. No, it's not Prince, but you know what I'm saying. Mike Prince. I'm saying his name wrong. Pence. You know him. The vice president. So, why is everybody taking the secrets home? What are they doing? I'm gonna leave that alone. But it seems like maybe we need to backtrack all presidents and see how much stuff they got in their house that's supposed to belong to the people. Because it seemed like every time they go into somebody's house in the last 3 months, they finding more stuff. Electric charged minerals. The video was out this week. Everybody's saying it's vibranium. But who knows? It may be the same mineral. Because remember, the historian did a story a few weeks back on minerals, and they found that they don't even know the name of, they don't know what it is. They have rocks over in Africa that, when touched, they burst out of energy. Also, when wires are put together for a charge. That's amazing to people who've ever worked with batteries and things, because it's a negative and a positive charge, and they have to be that way for the circuit to go through. But the rock is already like that. These are electric rocks which were discovered in a mountain in Congo. Experts say a gram of this rock lights a bulb for over 72 hours. A kilo of such a rock is said to have enormous powers. Excuse me. Because I know I did a story on how electricity is free. Now that's from the magnet generators theory. But like I said, I witnessed and I played the video on my Facebook page of rocks that just a power, a current. And it's strange that's in the same Congo where they just threw people out from getting money. Villagers then found a mountain full of gold. It has the most mineral resources in the world and one of the highest poverty rates, the Congo, where melon is vast, finances, consideration, and dignity have been thrown out the window and collected and taped. There also is a machine that has been made, well, not a machine, it's made out of bamboos and stick, but I guess you would say a gadget that has been made that sucks water out of the air, takes it from the atmosphere. Water towers are what they call. They take advantage of condensation. The invention from Arturo Victoria, an industrial designer, and his colleague Andreas Boyer, doesn't involve complicated gadgetry or gears of engineering, but instead relies on basic elements like shape and material and the way they work together. See, everything has been attainable. We've been denied the knowledge. So we're good. You know what I'm saying? It's over in Ethiopia. Now, every place that it seems to have been labeled quote unquote savage and rural has the most magnificent things, artistry, and ingenuity. Something Because look, I'm just gonna flip it over for you guys as far as this water tower thing goes. Now, the other scientists of the world in such of prestigious genre want to turn toilet water into drinking water. They snatching it out the atmosphere. But it's the savage land. You can check that out in the Smithsonian. Once again, it's not just small environmental things. And it only costs $500 to set up a tower and have water for life in the desert of the desert. Ooh. It's gonna be a green comet crossing over in the sky. You know, I love the stars. Sun, moon, and stars represent. This month, it went over California on January the 12th. And on February the 2nd, it'll be floating. Give me another second. In the southern hemisphere. You gotta be in the southern hemisphere to catch that. We just missed it. And on January the 30th, it would appear near the North Star. See, the Earth is rotating, and these things are out in space. So we keep catching it on different dates. Now that's February the 2nd for the southern hemisphere, and January the 30th, you can see it near the north in the North Star. See, the times change in different lanes. That's how it is. Back to local news. Pink Hard Hats Construction is a woman-owned construction company serving Chicago. Hats off to the Pink Hard Hat Construction Agency. See, I love this good local news. Good local news. Of course, the Black Queens own that. But according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, women make up just under 11% of construction workers. So it's a wonderful thing for them to have their pink hard hats. And it's a full service licensed construction company. So check them out. Pink hard hats. Also, they're having Chicago Women in Trade Fair. Womenville, Illinois. The classes start February 13th. You know what I'm saying? I'll put that flyer up in the promos near the end. Historian, we're gonna give you some good news, and unfortunately, we live in a world full of bad news. Don't get caught up, because in this segment, the joke played on Aretha Franklin. Conversation Corner. Check it out. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Oh, Willie, Uncle Willie, running for mayor. He giving away gas and groceries on February the 4th. The location will be announced. Hey, those are the type of politicians you really need in your life that's going to actually give something out to the community now. As far as his politics, do he know how to scheme for power? He seems to have enough power to provide resources already. On to the heartbreaking news in Chicago. It was a death in Dalton that involved people. I'm gonna get into that. This is a report that was broadcast in Chicago because we have a lot of down south people. So this is a story in North Carolina. A man was tased multiple times before death in custody. How many more reports will we have to do on the police murdering people in jail? I just did one last week and it's a new one for me this week. Is this what's going down? And police custody murder from George Floyd on down. I still remember the hoodie and the Skittles and more details have been released in the investigation into the death of a man in police custody in Raleigh, Durham. The department's 5-day report of Darrell Williams was released Monday. Basically, they kept stunning him with the stun gun. They stunned him and he got away. They caught him, stunned him again, and stunned him again. Till, police have a control situation. You can't even talk in their presence. So I guess that's what they was looking for. And unfortunately, that's what they found. They approached them, said they smelled marijuana and liquor. That's enough reason to kill a black man in the United States, I suppose. Marijuana and alcohol is legal in some parts of America. Well, why are you killing him? Because it's not legal there. Why must you totally incapacitate somebody to apply your laws of justice that don't serve the people when the president is sneaking records home in their backpacks? Now in Dalton, the police blame custody death on the suicide. It just goes on and on, man. It's too. That's Darius Wilson was found dead while in Dalton police custody. There's a loss in concern and morality. The police truly believe they have death as an option. That's unfortunate, my peoples, but it's just the reality. On to more funny news, if you want to call it funny. Walt Disney's 100th celebration gets him a ticket on the money. Walt Disney $100 bill will be legal tender and can be reportedly used anywhere that accept U.S. currency. They're taking the cartoon dude and putting him on the $100 bill before they'll put a righteous black man that was slain in the line of uplifting. Any one of them, pick one. Not to hate on Walt Disney, because he made a lot of money for himself. Everybody wanted to be on the Mickey Mouse show, so he gotta get a $100 bill. Hey, I'd be like, That's why I ain't the same motherfucker I used to be. I'm still a motherfucker. I just ain't that motherfucker. It's the hip hop historian. We appreciate you tuning in. Don't hurt nobody if you can. But if you had to get them up off you, shake, round and roll. Shake, round and roll. You know they before I get up out of here, Brazil had an election. They mimicked the United States and tore up and went in for the Capitol as well. It seems to be that the politicians and their schemes have gotten to the realm of people's reality. And from the actions that's been shown, Pence, Biden, Trump, and who knows all the other ones, Obama seemed to be a righteous one when it comes to taking stuff after your job over. But everybody else is like, fuck that. Like, you know, like take spoons and paper towels. We work in the fast food industry. Fuck that. But these are classified documents that can destroy one of the secrets that they keep from themselves, from the American people and the rest of the world. Isn't that great? Almost forgot. T-Mobile. They got hacked again. Gave up social security cards, documents, all of that. I almost skipped that story. I'm so glad the hip hop historian floats through the topics and keeps it like a DeLorean. Boom, flew through time. I was through, but I wasn't through. So take that to heart and tune in. Like, share, and subscribe. Holler at my peoples in the comments, you know what I'm saying? We got some aunties, we got some people with oils, we got clothing makers, we got personal embroideries. I'm gonna have some healing oils. My mans in them got oils. Hey, do what it do. The Institutionalized Network, DJ Doctor Who, at the Hip Hop Historian, live on 99.9. That's a smooth vibe right there, right? This is my man, Half Block Entertainment. He might have another name by now. You know how we doing hip hop. You style in and you style out on the name. You know what I'm saying? I started off as D-Mac. Then I was Dr. Rock and Finn and Fimp and Tech 9, Archbishop, Finn Doobie. Peace. 99.9. You ready for a little conversation? On the corner, it'll be me and the invisible woman. She gonna show me how to disappear today. So it's just gonna be a thought process. But I'll be on the corner. You can't see me. 99.9. I'm playing invisible too. Let's get right into it. Famous singer Aretha Franklin was the pit of the joke of the alphabet community. Initially, they were saying that they wanted the old hit from Aretha Franklin, Natural Woman, taken off of Spotify and Apple Music. And what you don't understand, this is a European group, and Spotify is not owned by the United States. It's owned by, I believe it's either Germany or Britain. So we got the Invisible Woman, and I'm asking, how do you feel about the transgender community saying there's no such thing as a natural woman and they want Aretha Franklin banned?
Well, I am what you consider a natural woman.
Indeed.
I was born a woman. I produced a child. So therefore it can't be more natural than that. Like, I don't find nothing wrong with the transgender community want to be considered a woman when they have a sex change, but you can't consider yourself a natural woman because you weren't born a woman and you can't produce no babies.
Exactly.
So it's nothing natural about that, you know.
And the killer part about it is that regardless to how much work or whatever they put in to play a woman, they seem to manipulate the masses into believing this is some type of moral issue. That's a sexually driven act. It's you feel like you want to do some extra freaky stuff. That's what that is. Stop trying to portray that as something that's natural.
And stop coming for the real women out here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't sitting back like knocking y'all from trying to be what y'all want to be. But at the end of the day, like, let's be real about this shit. It is a such thing as a natural woman, a natural born woman, the way God made me. You feel me? Like, what I mean, it ain't no cut no corners about that.
I don't like the trickery. And even now they posted this out and tweeted this out initially as something that they were in uproar about this week. Then they retracted and say it was some joke. Why are you joking with a dead person's legacy about your freaky intentions and how you feel? Like, they act as though if anybody feels different toward the way that they feel, then they are immoral. But this is not a moral act. This is not something that you're building on for a future, because in all actuality, you cannot create a future with them. You can create a future with something that's in the lab, and you can be inseminated, but you can't create it. I mean, they can't even be inseminated. Look, you ain't got no ovaries. Even if you cut off your pecker, you can't put nothing in and pop it out.
Can't never have a baby. Never. So it's most definitely such thing as a natural woman. And Aretha know what the hell she was talking about.
Right. Now, with me, myself, they are too imposing. That's all I got to say about the alphabet community. They too imposing. You can tell them you're not with them, and they see it as a challenge or like a game to get you to coincide with what they're talking about. Now, most people say that's a bully. You know what I'm saying? And whenever you do it with religion, you're in a cult.
Right.
So why do you want to separate yourself from the reality of every other thing and want everybody else to accept it? To me, the transgender community is living in their own fantasy, which you're entitled to create your fantasy, but don't be imposing with your fantasy. Plus,
especially don't come for the women, because this what the fuck y'all trying to be. You feel me?
Exactly.
Now you need to set your ass down now. For real though.
Sit your goof ass down somewhere, tuck your shirt in, and straighten up your collar. You don't want to tie no more, so I guess fix your blouse. Whatever you gonna do. Stop fucking with natural people too, because I'm a natural man, and I want a woman. I'll even go this far, even if I go and goes with anal acts. I was invited by a female to do all that. But even if I go with anal acts, it's only gonna be with vagina in the front. And this been the report from the Invisible Woman. This is Conversation Corner. We welcome all conversations. Like, subscribe, share. You can't even tell on who did it because wasn't nobody there. The Invisible Family, Conversation Corner, join in.
Wait a minute.
You gotta understand. Like, open up your mind. We broadcast live. And money the midst of this flow. Don't tug on me like no boat, cause I ain't got no cash for you. All I got is that moat. Y'all open up your mind. Open up your mind. I'm on the grind. And guess what, baby girl? I got tears for peers that got the lost this world. Or should I say lose?
Yes, this is the segment dedicated to the hip-hop music genre, whether it be R&B, jazz, or whatever. Hip-hop has its influence, and here's a young man by the name of the one and only Black. He got hip-hop in him. Check it out. Live on 99.9, DJ Doctor, Who Loves Your Food?
This black boy right here. How many times have you said that you were sorry and it just wasn't enough? And you're tired of one thing? So I said this to you. Time and time again, you've been wondering, asking where I've been. I say with a friend, you believe me until one of them call. Now I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Don't wanna lose you, see, I'm in love with you. Listen to me, my baby. I really wanna be with you. I ain't gonna lie. I think about you, babe, all the time. Without you, I know I cry inside. So listen, whatever I've done, ooh, baby, let's forget about it. I don't care whatever you did. I promise I'll forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Whatever you did, just forget about it. Now the tables turn. Now you're going out late at night. It's so difficult to deal with my baby being gone. I don't know where. Tell me why and when did it happen? I can't believe I was slipping. Now it's just me. I know two wrongs don't make it right. No, baby, I really wanna be with you. I ain't gonna lie. I think about you, babe, all the time. Without you, I know I cry inside. So listen, whatever I've done, let's forget about it. Would you forget about whatever you did? Just forget about it. She don't mean nothing to me, no. Let's forget about it. She don't mean nothing to you, no. Just forget about it. Listen to me, babe. Don't you wanna be loved by me, girl? I just wanna be loved by you, girl. Don't you wanna be loved by me, girl? I just wanna be loved by you. Whatever I've done, let's forget about it. Whatever you did, just forget about it. Whatever I've done.
Live on 99.9, the one and only Black. Check that out. Like, share, and subscribe. YouTube, Spotify.